Um, Welcome to Converse. Oh, no, that's not how I wanted to start it. Hi. Oh, sometimes we make mistakes, don't we? Did you notice I just made a mistake, right? I told myself I'd stop saying right. Maybe next time. We make mistakes. Sometimes with aphasia, you make more mistakes than before. I know it can be embarrassing, maybe creates anxiety because you're worried that you're going to make mistakes. However, I think there are some ways that you can make it through, right? Did you see how I made a mistake at the beginning of this video? I just started again. Have you noticed that in some of my videos, I make mistakes? And I purposely don't edit those out. I want you to see me make mistakes. Why? Because everybody does. And if you have an understanding conversational partner, or if you tell them something, it can make you smooth those mistakes over. See, that didn't even make sense. That didn't even sound good, did it? You can smooth over the mistakes. There we go. We all make mistakes. When I make a mistake, my personality is such that I like, oh, oops. And I just kind of scoot over it. Or the other day I made a video where I mixed two words up, which sometimes it may happen to you, and I said schmashk or something, and I just went, woof, what is that? I meant smash the ask. That, I don't know. I don't know what that was. But if you kind of practice how to go over this or how to smooth it over, it'll work a little better for you. So, another thing that I would recommend is saying, oh, excuse me, I have aphasia. I might make mistakes. Please just let me keep going and I'll most likely fix it. Please don't interrupt me. And this depends on your level of comfort with telling people you have aphasia, while also just your level of comfort with someone. Because I don't always want to tell everyone everything. That's a lie. I tell everyone everything. It's a big problem I have, and I have some videos planned. Well, you'll see it. But if you tell someone I have aphasia, can you give me a second? Give me some time. And I find that most people will understand. I understand, but I'm also a speech therapist, right? But you might need to practice a little bit. So I want you to practice telling me that you have aphasia. All right, what'd you think? Do it again. Tell me you have aphasia. Tell me it might be hard for me to find some words. Give me time. Hey, don't be a jerk. Let me finish my own sentences. Well, they're not being jerks. They're just trying to help you out, but maybe you don't want that help. So let me finish my sentences. I may say the wrong thing sometimes, but I'll come around, or if not, ask for clarification. Right? So tell me. Good. I bet you did great. Do you want to practice one more time telling me you have aphasia? I bet that sounded great. Now I want to practice recovering from a mistake. Now I personally, excuse me while I personally, when I make a mistake, sometimes I'll go, and I'm not joking. It's kind of like a horse noise. Or I'll go, hold on. What was I trying to say? Oh, okay. And this happens quite frequently because my brain is over there while I'm talking about that. I do it a lot. It's very annoying. But I tend to gloss over it. I make a joke out of it. And that's what I want you to do too. Do you want to practice? Try saying, I don't know, tabsle. And recovering from it to say the table smells. What'd you do? Did you, the table smells, sorry? Or did you say, give me a second, it'll come to me? Or, let's come back to it later? Or the table The table smells. Oh, that's what I meant to say. Do you see how there's a lot of ways you can kind of smooth it over? I personally use humor to diffuse a lot of situations. It is my go-to. I do it constantly. Probably too much. Let's be serious sometimes. But I want you to practice again. How about you say bookne. I don't even know. Instead of the book is open, you say the bookne. Okay, now come out of it and recover. Were you able to? How'd you recover? If you practice these, you'll get better in the moment, because we all know in the moment it's harder to think of things. Because I do these videos pretty much in the moment. I think about them before, but you see that I make mistakes. I don't always edit them out. I do edit out the more egregious errors, because there are some really bad things that I say that are not good. But if you make mistakes, it's okay. You just have to figure out how you personally are going to come out of them. I am a big fan of that. Hold on. Which I know may look kind of weird, but it works for me and my personality. But we don't all have the same personalities. You have to figure out what works for you. I'm trying to think of some other things that you could do to come out of it. You could just say, I'm sorry, it's hard for me to find words. Or, ugh, I hate when this happens. Hold on. Oh yeah. Or whatever makes sense to you. Why don't you spend some time right now, write it down, figure it out. What works for you in those moments when you make a mistake, so you can keep on going instead of getting stuck on it and getting upset, getting frustrated, and not being able to move on to the conversation. Because I want you to be able to communicate as well as possible, and that includes making mistakes. I like to think about how if we never make mistakes, if we're too scared to do something, so we don't do it because we're scared of making mistakes, we would never do anything, right? I mean, sometimes I'm scared about walking into a store. I used to deal with social anxiety when I was younger. And if I never go to stores, would I ever get better at it? No, I know it seems weird, getting better at going places, but anxiety is a tough thing. But if you never do the thing because you're scared about making mistakes, you'll never do it. Like, I travel a lot. I travel alone a lot. And people have always told me how brave I am for traveling by myself. But if I didn't do it, would I ever do it? To embrace making mistakes and living through them. This is actually a good message for me, because I've been feeling like I make a lot of mistakes and feeling like there's no point to doing anything. And I guess I needed this video for myself to remind myself, oh no, I don't want to cry. To remind myself that making mistakes is okay. This is embarrassing. I could edit this out. Making mistakes is okay. Making mistakes is natural. It's how you smooth over the mistakes and get through to the other side. This is embarrassing. That will guarantee your success maybe the next time, or maybe in 3 months of fumbling around, maybe then you'll be able to get it out without having to smooth it over a little bit with, oops. What was I trying to say? Let me try again. But I want you to figure out what works for you, because my personality doesn't work for everybody, I'm sure. That's why I'm very single. All right. Do you feel a little better about making mistakes now? I know that I definitely went through something right there, apparently, which I wasn't expecting when I started videoing myself. I hope you are not afraid to make mistakes and know that they're gonna happen, and have a plan on how to get through them and get to the end of what you're trying to say. And if my face has popped up here, I don't know, please click on that face and subscribe and let me know how you're going to make through. Did that make sense? No. See how you're going to make it through your mistakes in the comments. All right. See you next time. Subscribe.